Hi students, Mr. Z here. Today we're going to learn about the scientists of cell theory and their contributions to cell theory. And we're going to learn it through a series of pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and go over these pictures with you and kind of show you how to read it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an assignment that has the pictures but is missing all the information. And so what you need to do is go back to the video, play it, and fill out, copy the pictures, and fill out the missing information. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Without these key scientists, cell theory would never have been figured out. And it all started with a guy by the name of Zachariah Jansen. And we're talking about this little picture right here. The Z stands for Zachariah. Uh, Zachariah Jansen was his name, and he invented the microscope. It was a very crude looking microscope, kind of looked like this little contraption right here. So it didn't really look like the microscopes, looked more like eyeglasses. So that's Zachariah Jansen. This next picture over here is the second name that's over here, Robert Hooke. Now, this is a hook inside this cage. Hopefully, that's enough to get you to remember that we're talking about Robert Hooke. And he coined the word cell. When somebody coins a word, it's like he invented the word. So he invented the word cell. So here's a coin to help you remember. He invented the word cell. And this is a gel cell that is that the hook is inside. So hopefully this helps jog your memory. What Robert Hooke did, he coined the word cell. So what was his name? Hooke. Hooke. His name was Hooke. Robert Hooke. All right. So going on to the next scientist of cell theory, and this is a crazy name, and his name was Anton van Leeuwenhoek. All right, so I like that I put another hook there so help you remember we're talking about Leeuwenhoek. And the L right there stands for the Lewin part of his name. So Leeuwenhoek. And he was the first one to see through a microscope, he saw a moving cell. So here I have a moving truck, and inside is a cell that's moving within that truck. So this picture should hopefully help you remember that one of the scientists' name was Leeuwenhoek, and he was the first one to see a cell moving. Okay, in this case, he's moving in a moving van, and so that's an easy way to remember that. A couple other scientists, Matthias Schleiden. Okay, so the S stands for Schleiden. Matthias Schleiden, he made the statement to cell theory that all plants are made of cells. So this S is made of the plants, and here we see the cell. So hopefully you can connect all this together. That Schleiden, Matthias Schleiden, was the first one to say all plants, you see this is a plant, all plants are made of cells, are all composed of cells. Schleiden had a friend. His name was Theodore Schwann. Almost sounds like the bird, the swan. Theodore Schwann. He said something very similar. He said that all animals, a swan is an animal, all animals are made of cells. And there's a cell there again. So very easy to remember. Matthias Schleiden, right here. He was the first one that said all what are made out of cells? Right, plants. And the swan right here, Theodore Swan, he said that all what are made of cells. Okay, and if you said animal, you are correct. All right, going on to the last and final person of cell theory. You'll be required to know all these names and how they contribute to cell theory. The last guy was a Russian. His name was Rudolf Virchow. Tried to do my best to draw a chow dog with a kind of like a V on his chest. So Virchow. So Virchow, this is hopefully help you jog your memory for the name of the scientist. And he said that all cells come from pre existing cells. So we're going to say that this cell came from that cell. We're going to say that this baby plant came from that large plant. And we're going to say that that baby swan came from that swan. So basically, he said all cells come from other cells. In other words, all cells come from pre existing cells. All right, so the next time you see this slide, it will not have any of these words on here. There'll be lines. There'll be a line for this guy, a line over here on this side, a line for this one, a line for Matthias, a line over here for Theodore Schwann, and a line over here for Chow. You're going to write down their names, and you're going to write down how they contribute to cell theory. All right, this is Mr. Z saying over and out. And take a look at the next slide.